This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
It is retirement season in the AFL. We saw Buddy Franklin hang up the boots yesterday. He's yet to speak publicly himself.
Is he going to? Doesn't seem like it, which I really respect.
I think that he needs to, and I'm sure the club are making sure that he's got all his ducks in a row to speak to the media. And here's the reason why, is because everyone wants to speak to them, and at a point where they get knocks on the door saying, hey, you know...
Yeah.
Any danger.
And you know when you're always speaking for someone all the time? And then you say, bloody hell, Nat, just get out there and say it yourself, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Because it's not controversial. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like and he's going to be lauded as one of the greatest ever to play the game. You go, get out there and soak that up.
But the fact that he doesn't want the farewell game or any of that hoopla, Shaun.
Yes.
I straight away thought
Buddy.
of you. Because you love a retirement. You love seeing them in the Oval. You love seeing the family. This is where tears come out of Sean's face.
Yes.
Even when it's not you. When it's not you.
When I saw that Buddy wasn't doing that, I thought, well, that's an opportunity for Sean. That's lost.
It's a crying opportunity. He'll do a lap, surely.
He'll do a lap. And on AFL Grand Final Day, he'll also get the opportunity to do a lap there.
Yeah.
But I do. I'd like to see him out there with his kids and Jacinta and them walking around the place. On AFL 360 and, the Fox footy channels, Nath?
No, I don't know what
They
you're
exist
talking
anyway. They exist. And
Is that
they've just been
arena?
showing highlights of Buddy's, top 5 moments and all. He was a machine.
I know, he was a monster.
Absolute monster. So the fastest guys on the planet couldn't chase him down, and he was 6'6".
Yeah.
And he beat the ball a mile. So it's been amazing to see him. Flip that to Shannon Hurn, who we saw retire yesterday. Who so far has played 332 games for the West Coast
It's amazing.
Eagles. He's only one of 3 premiership players for the Eagles. John Worsfold was captain for 2. Chris Judd was captain for 1. And Shannon Hurn is in that ilk. And going back to the fanfare thing for him, he's been one of those guys who has been completely low-key.
He's a very modest man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But he seems to always speak with a lot of credibility.
Yeah, and conviction.
Well, I mean, look at Mark McGowan. So Mark McGowan finishes his time as Premier and then he walks away and Mark's gone into witness protection. He doesn't want to speak to anyone. We had a phone call with him afterwards. He gave us a phone call personally. Yeah. But from that point on, when I hung up that phone call, I thought, this is possibly the last time I'm ever going to hear from you again. That must be such a great feeling.
I think, and Shannon was just going to say, he's no doubt he's going to head back to the farm. And I find that, because that's really isolating.
But how about that? And a huge sporting career in front of the whole country, and then...
And the highest accolade.
And then going out, you've done such a great job, and then back to the sheep. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's...
Amazing.
And you've had these 2 lives.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyone that wants to do that, hats off to them.
And he has always remained very true to his country roots as well. Like, he often goes back to the farm. That's not
like me. I haven't gone back to Kalgoorlie and mined for years.
I mean, I go back to the farm, but I don't do anything when I'm there. It's like, a cow's dirty.
Mum does go back and regularly prostitute, though.
Well, puts food on the table.
She keeps to her roots.
Yeah. Here's Shannon Hurn yesterday.
Start of the year, I thought that it always potentially was going to be. Probably about halfway through the year, for myself, I thought that was it. Just because it takes so long for the body to recover. Still want to be able to try to play at a high level. The game needs you to be fully invested, and I just don't think I'd be able to do that next year.
Just with the body scenario, obviously, when you're younger, and this goes for all of us out here. Remember when you just go to a nightclub and you get home at 6 in the morning and you're absolutely
turn it around, go to work.
Next thing you go to work and all of a sudden you're back at the Sunday session and you could bounce through it. It's exactly the same when you're playing sport. When you're younger, you get a few bumps and bruises. Come Monday, you're flying around the place. When you get older, it's not until the last training session, like on a Thursday, and almost a complete week later, where you start feeling okay. And then, so you have to tear around the paddock to go, oh, geez, I feel all right. And then the next day you get smashed up again.
Yeah.
And then the whole week continues.
cycle starts again.
Well, you know why? Because your body's slowing down. It's like the pain receptors are on a Zimmer frame. They're like, wait there, I'll get there and tell him. I've got to go from his leg, get up to his brain 2 days later.
And lastly, Adam Simpson had some kind words to say about Bunga.
One thing that, the best leaders do, they're just themselves. So I didn't see one change in his approach to anything once he got the gig, which is a really good sign that you're comfortable in your own skin. And, we're all different. Some people like to get up and talk. Some people just like to lead by actions. speaking on behalf of the players, the one-on-one interaction, I think, is Bunga's biggest asset, and how he gets the best out of people that way. And then he leads by example.
Leads by example.
Yeah. The club
True
brought
to
out
himself.
Bunga beanies yesterday, sold out. That's
Yep.
how much people love him. Like he's been a great captain for the club.
Yeah, most definitely. So good luck in retirement. I hope you enjoy the isolation if that's what you choose to do, mate. Fantastic career. The NRL doubleheader at Optus Stadium this Saturday, only a few sleeps away. 4 teams, 2 games, one massive day for rugby. Tickets through Ticketmaster. In fact, you can see the South Sydney Rabbitohs. They'll be in action against the Cronulla Sharks. One man will be playing for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Will be Jai Arrow. Morning, Jai.
Hey guys, how you going?
Hey, Jai.
Good, Jai.
I tell you what, Jai, with a name like Jai Arrow, you had to become a sporting superstar, didn't you?
It works.
It was inevitable.
But also, it could be porny. It could definitely be porny.
so you
I
got
think
something
so.
after your career?
Yeah. You know, Jai Arrow, the straight shooter.
Yeah, I've been told that a fair few times actually.
Have you?
Self-proclaimed. They're saying that I got a good name for sport, so
Yeah.
I'll take it. And thank you.
Yeah. Well, you also got a great head because you're getting around with a solid mullet there for quite some time. You still got it happening, but there's a bit more pretty boy action, I feel, in it. Did the boys give you a hard time with the way you looked after it?
At the moment, no. It's sort of just, I guess, back in 2020, I took things way too far. I decided during COVID to shave the top of my head, going through a quarter-life crisis because of COVID, and I don't know. I just feel as though maybe the mullet suits me, so I brought it back, but just with a little bit of a business at the front, party at the back type vibe.
Yeah.
And, I do enjoy having it back, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks good.
Jai, I'm wondering what the process is when a really happening dude has a mullet. And I know that during the day for sports and everyday use, the mullet's just dry and probably not a product in it. But when you're going out, how do you formalise the mullet?
How do you zhuzh it up?
Is it like a bit of wax? Is it some mousse? Like, what do you do?
Some pomade.
What do we do to take it to the next level?
It's it's quite easy to look after. I don't have to do much to it.
Okay.
I let it flow. I let the mullet
natural,
flow and just do it. Yes, just do its thing.
Some people don't need product.
No, I know. What a gift.
And that's Jai. That's Jai Arrow.
And that's why he's a sporting superstar.
It's why you're successful.
Anyway,
Jai.
thank you so much for your time, Jai. How weird if that was your interview.
We'll get to the game in a second, Jai. One more question
No, we
I've got to
won't.
see. I was just checking. There was a video on YouTube I was just checking out not long ago, and it was in May this year, right? And so you were having a few issues with your hammy, or you were doing some exercises on the sideline, and they were worried that Jai wasn't going to play in a lead-up. And they said something about his hammy, and then I think they got one of your teammates on who said to the media at the time that Jai will get a scan basically if he gets a cold.
Oh, is that right? You love a bit of medical scanning.
And he's had many scans and nothing's ever shown up. So Jai, the body's okay for this weekend's match?
The body's good. I remember that. That was Cookie.
I know, because we got told that you're the number 1 ticket holder for Medicare.
Cookie's good like that. He's quick to point the finger, especially when he's good for that as well. So but the body's sweet. The body's good. I'm feeling really good. We've got our big day today at training, and looking forward to hopefully getting out there and not having to get any scans later in the day. But I should be right to go come Saturday night. So I'm very much looking forward to that and playing in front of a big Perth crowd.
Yeah.
It'll be great, actually. South Sydney have come over here a number of times, so it's been wonderful. And playing Cronulla will be a big game. And you're sitting in 6th at the moment, and it's a pretty tight race going into the finals, mate. There's a few teams outside the 8 who would like to get a few wins. Obviously, you won last week, but there was a couple of stumbling blocks before that. Consistency, Jai, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, absolutely. I think at this time of year, you want to be playing consistent footy, and as you said, it's really tight on the table there. So these 2 points are pretty crucial for us, especially where we're sitting. And it could sort of all come down to whoever's playing consistent footy and wins these, sort of over the next 5 weeks, where it could be crucial where we're sitting on the table. So you are right. It's all about consistency, and it's only my 3rd game back, so I'm just excited to be able to play some footy and look, I'm excited for Perth. They've treated us so well so far, and it's very exciting.
Do you know where you're staying, Jai?
Oh, sure. We're staying in a 5-star hotel, Carlton Ritz, so very grateful.
Hey,
come
the
on.
Ritz.
Ooh, fancy.
I've not heard of another team ever staying at the Ritz.
Well, the club went above and beyond and decided to let the moths out and put their hands in their own pockets for us. So
Well, this is
we've
Russell
got no
Crowe money, yeah?
Nah, I don't think it is. That'd be nice, though.
Because when Shaun was playing AFL, he sat at the Rats.
Yes.
That's completely different. A bit more low-key, no.
Yeah, pipeline furniture and all that, you know what I mean?
Hey, Joe, every year when we get to see the NRL stars come over here, we always think when is WA going to get a chance to have their own team? And I know from a national perspective, would you be happy to travel regularly and have Western Australia and South Australia back into the competition?
Well, they wouldn't have to come that regularly. They'd come once a year.
Oh, yeah, once a year.
Which they're already
absolutely.
doing.
Absolutely. I think so. I think I'd spoken about it before, like promoting our game in Perth. I think it'd be great for the game, and especially for us to get away, see new things, and come to a completely different, I suppose, place. I was actually yesterday at the beach with the boys at Cottesloe Beach, and you could actually feel the difference of, like, I suppose, the way you were turned on the beaches. I suppose it's on opposite sides, so it is cool to come here and experience.
Because of where the sun is relatively to where you are. You're facing the other way.
It's like you've entered a mirror.
Yeah, that's it. I was actually kind of wigging out while I was at the beach. I know it sounds kind of dumb, but it was the way I was thinking yesterday. I got a lot going through my head, guys. So
Don't worry about
No, Joe, you're onto something, because you know when you're here, if you're left-handed, you're actually right-handed.
Nah, got me. Don't do that to me.
No, we get what you're saying.
Don't do that to me.
That's too funny.
Well, we look forward to you playing a
good
massive
one.
game and having a big impact for South Sydney against Cronulla. It's going to be a great weekend of NRL action here at Optus Stadium. I'm sure there'll be so many people packed in the Camfield gearing up for this. This will be great.
You know who is going to be there? Diane from Ridgewood, because she just called through and won the tickets.
She did.
Well done, Di.
Well done, Di. 4 teams, 2 games, one massive day for rugby. Tickets through Ticketmaster if you want to be involved as well.
Thanks for your time, Jai.
Absolute pleasure having you on. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Take care, buddy.
Everything's opposite.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.